Please stand as you are able. As is in the custom at Whittier College, in honor of the Quaker founders of this fine institution, please join me in a moment of silence. Gracious lover of our souls, we offer thanks for these graduates in our midst, for their notable achievement now and in the days to come. We render gratitude to those who have loved and supported them as family and friends, for we have many teachers, and we are all still learning, unlearning, and relearning through our successes and disappointments. We hope that the light in their lives will continue to shine brightly beyond this place, guided by the curiosity of a beginner's mind, a compassionate wisdom, and an ethical engagement in their communities, near and far. We pray that they find their vocations in the place where their deep hunger meets the world's deep need. We ask these blessings in confidence, humility, and hope for their precious and productive futures. Amen.
You may be seated. Paula Sheridan, you are Director and Professor of Social Work at Whittier College. You are known around the campus as someone who reminds us of our Quaker values and lives them as a scholar, teacher, colleague, and friend. We thank you for the words of prayer you've offered today. Thank you. As president of Whittier College, I now convene the 114th commencement celebration. A warm welcome to Whittier families, friends, faculty, and trustees, and a special greeting to the inspiring individual who will receive an honorary doctorate this morning, Mr. Saul Trujillo. And let's all welcome those whom we are here to celebrate today, the class of 2017. This class is a remarkable group. It includes artists and athletes, activists and scientists, dedicated scholars, talented performers, educators, and educators-to-be. These students came from all around the country and all over the world, as represented by the flags on this stage. They brought with them to Whittier many different backgrounds and beliefs. Here on campus, these students have been united by opportunity and learning, both in and outside the classroom. Members of the class of 2017, some of you will earn your first advanced degree today. Undoubtedly, given your persistence and talent, you will earn more. Others are concluding a chapter in their lives that began what may seem like a short time ago with igniting the light of learning at the opening convocation. For all, today commemorates your hard work, dedication, and determination to earn your Whittier degree. It is now my pleasure to introduce the chairman of the Board of Trustees of Whittier College, Alan Lund, class of 1971.
It is an honor to add my welcome to graduates, families, and distinguished guests. As a fellow poet and as chair of the Board of Trustees, I I can tell all of today's graduates you made the right decisions to attend Whittier. This will become even more obvious to you in the years to come as you benefit from this remarkable education. Today, you become official members of the Alumni Association. The association's president is Steve Weston from the great class of '83. Steve, please give a wave to your newest members. On behalf of Steve and all Whittier College alumni, I welcome you, our new graduates, to the Poet alumni family. But let me warn you that you now have more than 18,000 living Poet relatives. They live on 6 continents, in 54 countries, and with the exception of the Virgin Islands, in every U.S. state and territory. I know there are many alumni, friends, and relatives of today's graduates in the audience today. May I ask all Whittier College alumni to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. I hope that seeing alumni come back for this ceremony will encourage you, our new graduates, to stay engaged with your alma mater. You may find opportunities to connect with the president of the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences, the founder of Rhino Records and Shout Factory, a wildly successful social media fitness entrepreneur, a 4-time Emmy-winning director, well-known television and stage actors, bank presidents, journalists for the Washington Post, CNN, and CBS News, a leader of the Mars Phoenix landing mission, a prize-winning environmentalist, acclaimed winemakers, and an NFL coach who went on to the Super Bowl, not to mention the numerous diplomats, civic leaders, public servants, doctors, lawyers, CEOs, CFOs. The former CFO for Apple is amongst the current Board of Trustees. Whatever you want to become, in our alumni body, we have family members to guide and support you. Poet alumni define leadership. They chair boards of major corporations, direct nonprofits, lead global initiatives, serve as college presidents and school system superintendents, and justices of state Supreme Courts. They have achieved high ranks in all branches of the military, and one has even served as the United States' president. Among our alumni leaders are members of the Board of Trustees, and they are joined by non-alumni who believe so strongly in the mission of this institution that they work tirelessly for you and for future generations of students. Will the august group of Whittier College trustees please stand and be recognized? I would not be surprised if among our outstanding graduates today there is a future trustee or two. Let me conclude by saying we eagerly anticipate your involvement. Thank you.
Now it is my great pleasure and honor to recognize the faculty of Whittier College. Unusually dedicated to their students, they are mentors and friends. In their teaching, they inspire. In their scholarship, they set an example of lifelong learning. Will the faculty please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. One of the college's very distinguished faculty members will embark on a new stage in her years of service to Whittier College, leaving indelible marks upon this institution and her students. In recognition of her contributions and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby officially confer the status of Professor Emerita on Associate Professor of Education and Child Development, Kathleen Ralph. Each year, Whittier College recognizes the exceptional contributions of one member of the faculty by awarding the Harry W. Nearhood Award for Teaching Excellence. At this time, would all past recipients of this prestigious award now stand and be recognized? Okay. And now I would like to present to you the 2017 recipient of this prestigious award and invite all of the students who benefited from her exceptional teaching and dedication to stand and cheer her on. Associate Professor of Kinesiology and Nutrition Science, Kathy Barlow. I now have the honor to introduce our student commencement speaker from the class of 2017, Courtney Broadnax. Perhaps it is Courtney's father, Mark, who is a proud alumnus of the class of '86, who gave her the good advice to make as much as possible of her time on campus by fully engaging with the opportunities this college offers. Coming to the college from Culver City, California, Courtney became a Whittier Scholar and developed her major, Critical Studies in Media Marketing. When she wasn't in class or studying hard, she could be found on the track running the 400-meter hurdles, or participating in the Poet Student Athletic Leadership Academy, or working with the Whittier College Sports Network. She also volunteered her time with the Black Student Union as a peer mentor for the Center for Advising and Academic Success, as a student ambassador for our admissions office, and as a mentor for first-year students. After graduation, Courtney won't get much rest. She will be working as a human resources executive team leader at Target while applying to law school. Ultimately, she plans to become an attorney and specialize in sports and entertainment law. And with all of her accomplishments so far, if there are attorneys that run firms out there, find her today and give her your card. Courtney.
Oh, man. Good morning, families, friends, and the class of 2017. Thank you to President Herzberger, Dean Perez, advisors, mentors, faculty, and staff for taking the time to believe in our vision, even though we couldn't see it yet. But that time is now. Congratulations on being your own hero and turning those late-night pity parties into revelries when you felt like no one understood your growth. And since we have a history of producing a commander-in-chief, remain Snapchat friends with the person next to you, just in case attending the White House Correspondents' Dinner is on your bucket list. I am blessed to have been chosen as an offspring of a two-time SCIAC football champion and resilient Black momtrepreneur who both stepped out on faith to make something out of nothing. And I will forever be indebted to my grandfathers and great-grandfathers who indefatigably fought for my rights through the Negro Leagues, education, and Department of Defense. This degree is the courage to fight in honor of my mother and grandmothers to overcome the continuous battle with breast cancer. This degree is resilience for all of my melanated minorities who are unapologetically themselves. This even serves as a role model for Christian and all of my next generational leaders. Today is to our unique family villages that have laid the bricks and provided the energy to offer extra love to those that said our soil wasn't rich enough to sprout wildflowers. This degree is me praying for your strength to knock down walls and the foundation to hold the weight of your many goals and accomplishments. This degree is the commitment to excellence. My track coach forwarded a quote by Jesse Owens that reads, "It's the extra effort that separates a winner from second place. But winning takes desire, determination, discipline, and self-sacrifice. And finally, it takes love, fairness, and respect. Put all of this together, and even if you don't win, how could you lose? Remember freshman year, stressing over that intersectional paper. Through your link course, you felt you could only squeeze about 2.5, maybe 3 pages in 12.5 font? But as the years went by, you realized the more you grew as a poet, the purple and gold started to vibrantly color your words. And because of your diverse degree works, that fire in your heart to finish these 4 years comes from being able to hold an educated conversation about proving how baseball is, in fact, a religion. When you stride this stage, remember your purpose. Do not be afraid of competition because the pen will always have the power. We are adaptable, creative, inclusive, and full of tenacity when questioning the question. So take this degree and become the person you needed when you were just starting this journey. This morning, I look out and see brother and sisterhood. I see SCIAC champions. I see Whitfest pioneers, Mellon Mays fellows, Honor Society members, club presidents, ASWC presidents as well, and first-generation graduates. These bragging rights came from understanding that small schools are the most preeminent because it's not about knowing a lot of people, but the right people. And before I go, can we all take a moment to breathe and accept that we no longer have to wear shower shoes? Now, can we give a round of applause for never again having to feel the lactic acid build up while walking up the hill? Congratulations again, my dear friends, the impeccable class of 2017.
Thank you, Courtney. We begin the presentation of degrees by awarding an honorary doctorate. At this college, we make such awards with great pride to those whose lives have personified the convictions, the ambitions, the values, and the accomplishments we honor at Whittier. Today, we are delighted to confer this high award on an inspiring individual. Would Dr. Richard Zapanta, Whittier College trustee, and Associate Professor of Business Administration, Daniel Duran, please escort Mr. Saul Trujillo to the podium and present him for this award.
Gentlemen. Madam President, honored guests, bienvenidos, welcome. Solomon D. Trujillo, your life is filled with superlatives such as first, most, and best. As an entrepreneur and leader, you have climbed to the very top of the corporate ladder, where you have shared your dynamic vision for the future, and most importantly, reached down to lift up and bring those following you. Your first professional position was at AT&T, where at the young age of 32, you became the youngest executive officer in the history of the company. Over the next 15 years, you worked your way up to become the leader of telecommunications giant US West. There, you were CEO of an enterprise with nearly 30 million customers and more than $14 billion in revenues. For many of us in the audience, what also stands out is you're serving as the first US-born Latino to serve as the head of a Fortune 200 company. Bravo! You are truly an inspiration to all of our graduates, especially our Latino students and their families. Though born, raised, and educated in Cheyenne, Wyoming, your impact has been global. You transformed Australia's largest telecommunications and media company, from a government-run monopoly to a nimble and competitive enterprise. You were also the first American to lead a top French company where you served as CEO of Paris-based multinational wireless giant Orange SA. Seoul, you are engaged in media communications, businesses in both developed and emerging markets, sitting in the corporate boards in the United States, European Union, and China, including market leaders such as Target and Silk Road Technologies. Recognizing your personal success and professional success, companies and government agencies around the world have sought your counsel. In fact, you were a trade and policy advisor to both President Clinton and George W. Bush administrations. Your service to others includes volunteer leadership positions in public policy organizations and economic development groups, as well as in higher education. You are a co-founder of the Latino Donor Collaborative, which is composed of Latino business leaders working to replace stereotypes with a clear-eyed view of Latinos as an economic force driving growth in the United States. Thank you. In recognition of your advocacy and commitment to workplace diversity, President Clinton awarded you the Ronald H. Brown Corporate Bridge Builder Award. We also applaud the fact that Hispanic Business Magazine recognized you as one of the 100 most influential Hispanics in the United States. Most recently, your work on behalf of Latinos was recognized with the prestigious National Hispanic Hero Award from the U.S. Hispanic Leadership Institute. Saul, we are so proud that you've become a member of the Poet family, and we are so grateful that you have already begun sharing your wisdom with us on campus. You are a forward-thinking pioneer whose vision, persistence, and accomplishments inspire us all. We also know that you are an avid tennis player and welcome you on our courts anytime you want to play and mentor our students. For these reasons, Madam President, it is with great honor that I present Solomon D. Trujillo for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Okay. Solomon Dennis Trujillo. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Whittier College Board of Trustees and the State of California, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Well, first of all, let me just say thank you very much, Madam President, trustees, faculty, and what I would call the real honorees of today, the class of 17. But as the professor indicated in terms of my bio and background, I do have to say good morning. I do have to say buenos dias. I do have to say buongiorno. I have to say bonjour. I have to say ohayo gozaimasu, ni hao. And I can go on, and I'll just finish with one more because I learned another language as I lived in Australia for a few years, and that's good day. Now, every day, I think now for all of you, is really the beginning of the rest of your life. And I say that very seriously because I think back to when I was sitting like many of you are today. You've accomplished so much. You've done things that maybe a few years back you didn't think you were able to do. But now you're here. And you're going to get recognized and you're going to get awarded a very special certificate from this institution that recognizes who you are and what you have done. Now, as I look out at all of you, one of the great strengths that you have now experienced over the last 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever the period of time is that you've been here at Whittier, is that you're living the life of today and tomorrow here in the United States of America, as well as in the rest of the world, because you reflect what I call the new mainstream. The new mainstream economy, if you're talking domestically. But if you're talking globally, everything has now changed. When I was growing up, in my business life, in my educational life, and you went to a university here in the United States, you basically learned about the United States. And yes, you could take foreign history, you could take foreign languages, but the centricity of how we thought, how we acted, how we almost did anything was really tied to this one country called the United States, which I'm very proud of, and which my family has been here for several hundred years to celebrate. But now you are now experiencing what I would call this global world that we now live in. And it's reflected in your class. It's reflected in how you look. It's reflected in how you think. And I can tell you and I can assure you it's going to be reflected in the choices that you make going forward from today. In business, we started talking about this maybe 15 years ago in a serious way, about beyond the first 300 million people that everybody was thinking about in the United States. And maybe you included Europe and maybe Japan. And we talked about maybe the first billion people on this planet as how we should think about whether it be environmental issues, business issues, whatever it might be. And now today, we talk about the next 6 billion that's growing when we think about Africa, when we think about Latin America, when we think about Asia, when we think about the Americas, and when we think about Europe in a traditional way and in a changing way. So all of you now are part of what I would call the two dramatic changes that have happened from my generation to now where you sit. And one of those is this whole notion about being global. And the second one, which is what my life has been about, my career in particular, has been about essentially this notion of you live now in a wholly different world where it's all digital. Devices, internet-based thinking, big data, all kinds of phraseology that we use today, but all of it is centered on ways that we can improve almost anything that we do in terms of our personal lives as well as our business lives. And you've had a chance here at Whittier to experience that. And I would say in a unique, special way that perhaps you could not get in other institutions. So I have to stop right now and just say congratulations to all of you. Felicidades. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time here very quickly talking about some things that I might be able to relate to some of you in terms of my life path. You heard a lot of it in a career context. I grew up in a family where my parents were married at basically 16 and 14. My father didn't go to school. My mother went to 6th grade, later getting a GED. But the one thing that they were serious about with their son here was that I was going to go to college. But they had no context of what that really meant other than I was going to go to college. So as I went to school, I always had that in mind, not knowing what it was. Because when we were sitting at home at dinner at night, we didn't sit there and talk about the global economy and what's happening to the environment and any other things that maybe we talk about much more frequently today. As we were sitting there eating our beans, chili, tortillas, just our basic comida every night. And we talked about life kinds of issues and dealt with those every day. But then we fast forward a little bit. I went on to college. Well, I majored in business. Some of you may say, well, why did you pick that major? Well, I picked it just simply because growing up, I started working when I was 8. I had to buy clothes. I had to buy a lot of things. And basically, I saw that the kids that I went to school with that had things, could afford to buy nice cars and afford to buy a lot of things, their parents were people that were in business kinds of roles. So I decided to major in business. So I went on, got my business degrees, and while I was taking courses, both getting my BS and my MBA, I was taking classes like calculus, doing differential equations, statistics, and I used to sit in class and think, a differential equation? What would I ever do with a differential equation? What does that mean in life? And I went out and got my first job. In my first job, I was doing differential equations, changing how things used to be done in that big company called AT&T, which at that point in time was the largest company in the world. And I found out that the kernels of knowledge that I picked up that I didn't think were all that relevant to what my life might be, I found that I was using them all. They were all coming back out of these memory banks and learnings, much like what you have gotten here at Whittier. And I started using them. And I started taking on different jobs and different things, and ultimately became the CEO of the company that I started in. And at that point in time, as the professor said, Professor Duran, is that there was nobody else like me. Nobody named Trujillo. Now, there were some people that used to call me Trujillo, and some other things that I won't mention here on the stage. But the punchline here is that I looked at life in the sense of there were no bounds. I looked at life in the sense that you can create and write your own rules for yourself. And I also learned, but didn't know, that all of us, we are the owners of our destiny. We are the owners of what we end up doing, who we end up being, and how we affect others in terms of our lives. So I think that today is a very special day for all of you, for all the parents that are here. I congratulate all of you as well. You've been part of this great process of educating the people that are going to be the future leaders, as referenced just by the people here on the stage. And all of you as individuals, you own your destiny, you own your life, and it's not about dependencies upon others. Because when you look at people that are here on the stage, everybody has their own story. And all your parents have their own story as well. But how you go through life, you own, you control. And I would give you one thought that goes with that, especially in a digital world, because I've been involved in this whole thing since the very beginning. And that is, you own your own brand. And think about how people think about you today, tomorrow, and how you want to be thought about. So in today's life, you have your friends, you have your social networks, you have all of that, you have your families, who you worry about how they think about you, your brand. And as you go out into the workforce, your brand becomes even more important. Good worker, smart person, energetic, innovative, whatever it might be. And you find a life partner and perhaps start having children, your brand matters when people look at you. And I would encourage all of you to think about that brand that you own, that you create, and that you can grow to whatever proportions and dimensions that you want. And think about your relationships. Obviously, you get into a corporate life, in my case, but some of you won't be in corporate lives. Some of you will be doing other things. And how you take it on and the passion with which you do it is so critical, along with the intellect. And the good news today about living in the world that we have today is that you get to determine a lot of the rules, because every day there's new rules being written about how things work, how we interact, how businesses grow, what businesses disappear. And again, the rules are being written by all kinds of people, not just a select group of people. So I want to close here by just, again, one more time, thanking you for the great honor that you've bestowed upon me, and thanking all of you for what you're going to do for all of us with the rest of your lives and the differences that you can make. So it's about you, it's about what you do and what you're going to do. And I would just leave with one last request for everyone. Never forget where you came from. Always have a handout to help somebody else that may not have had the opportunity that you've either had or are about to have. Because the strength of this country, the strength of your community, the strength of our world is not about just besting and winning, which I'm as competitive as anybody that you'll ever meet. But part of that, of being a competitor, is somebody that always leaves a mark. Maybe a mark that the cameras and the headlines aren't going to see, but it's a mark you leave on other people, your families, your friends, your communities, your country, and the globe that we all live on. So again, congratulations y felicidades. Thank you.
Thank you, and bienvenidos to our newest member of the poet family, Sol Trujillo. I am Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of Faculty, Darren Good, and now it is my great pleasure to present the additional candidates for degrees. Madam President, these students have completed the course of study prescribed by the faculty for the degree of Master of Arts and are hereby presented to you.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Whittier College Board of Trustees and by the state of California, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Masters of Arts with all the rights and privileges appertaining hereto.
Will the faculty marshals please conduct the candidates to the podium? Charlene A. Brown. Erin Elizabeth Yulberg. Christina Marie Flores. Brianna Nicole Gonzalez. Catherine Lasso. Alyssa C. McCarran. Monica Miranda Colmenero Jimenez. Lauren Haley Nico. Andre Rene Ortega. Caitlin A. Penuelas. David Walden Picard IV. Matthew E. Peary. Angie Prowse. Julie Ann Sanchez. Mary E. Shaw. Madison Kylie Shippard. Madam President, the recipients of the degree of Master of Arts have been presented.
Congratulations.
Will those candidates who are to receive their Bachelor of Arts degree today please stand? Madam President, these students have completed the course of study prescribed by the faculty and are hereby presented to you to receive the Bachelor of Arts degree.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Whittier College Board of Trustees and by the state of California, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto.
Will the faculty marshals please conduct the candidates to the stage to receive their diplomas? Alexandra Denise Ubaita. Jessica Gabrielle Acosta. Nathan Anthony Acuna. Jessica Aya Adachi, magna cum laude. Layla Audrey Afrusiyabi. Amanda Montserrat Aguilar. Hunter Ryan Mazer Alexander, magna cum laude. Kayla Giselle Alexander. Rachel Elizabeth Alhanati. Rachel Alcock. Sydney Marie Allen. Mario Alberto Almaraz, cum laude. Cassandra M. Alvarado. Matthew Ryan James Anderson. Karina Consuelo Andrade. Ishmarai Elizabeth Angeles. Erica Rachel Angelo. Nicholas John Angelari. Anahita T. Ansari. Jasmine Ariana Arce. Chrissy Michelle Arechiga. David Valentin Arellano, cum laude. Rhiannon Gabrielle Arvalo. Maricruz Argata. Jeremy Paul Atencio. Ashley Avalos. Giovanna Francis Bacon. Kelsey Nicole Bailey. Kelsey Ann Bayou. Taekwon Calvin Ballard. Shannon Elizabeth Barber, magna cum laude. Nicholas Carreras. Rachel Christine Barron. Jordan Alexander Bickerstaff. Samantha Peggy Hickey Bloom. Brianne Ashley Bolos. Audrey Rachel Booher. Samuel Peter Booton. Chance M. Boyce. Emily Anne Marie Bradford. John Austin Brasher. Benton James Bray. Krista Edith Brockman, magna cum laude. Courtney Janae Broadnax. Caitlin Elizabeth Bronzen. Christina Alexandria Brown. Amy Nicole Buck. Carly Hannah Beekler. Michaela Ray Beekler, summa cum laude. Hannah Claire Burgess. Michaela Ann Buss. Leslie Daniela Kamal. Valerie Giselle Cabral Fernandez. Emily Marie Catherine Cadena. Gabriel Marcelino Kulove. Aide Campa. Carlos Campos Moya. Petra Carlos Arzate. Maria Beatriz Carpio. Elizabeth Hillary Carrera. Robert David Casas. Amanda Victoria Casey, cum laude. Sharae Alicia Cash, cum laude. Luz Daniela Castro. Dulce Maria Caldillo. Gabriela Yesenia Cedeño. Osvaldo Jair Cerda Bañuelos. Denise Cervantes. Kimberly Nicole Charos. Salvador Nicolas Chavarin. Abigail Chavez. Aristani Chavez. Troy Anthony Chavez. Celeste Isabel Chavez Frank. Ashley May Chen. Michelle Chen. Sarah Grace Chu. Dana McIntosh Christensen. Ian Michael Clark. Katie Ann Cledenning, summa cum laude. Jenna Masako Cohen. Joshua Foster Cohen, cum laude. William Grant Cohn. Eliza M. Contreras. Alma Cristal Corrado Barrios, magna cum laude. Alexandra Delia Corey Wright. Allison Marie Cox. Alexi May Cruz. Samantha Adrian Cruz, cum laude. Stavros Antonis Davarakis. Julia Morrison Davis, cum laude. Allison Feldman Detchert, magna cum laude. Arlene de la Mora. Russell Paul de la Rosa. Haley Sally Dickinson, cum laude. Alexis Alicia Greer Dodds. Desiree Donnersback. Kiera Jasmine Downs. Catherine Joanne Drilling, magna cum laude. Sophia Isabel Dueñas, cum laude. Lelaine Rose Dunca, summa cum laude. Tana Duong. Hunter Lee Durham. Nicholas Ray Edmeyer. Javier Emmanuel Elias, cum laude. Hannah Camille Ellett. Aaron P. Espinosa. Alicia Megan Estrada. Priscilla Maria Estrada. Gabrielle Cordes Echegaray. Marino Fatovic. Judy Fung. Alexandra Ray Ferry. Ashley Vanilla Flores. +1. Light Mary Flores. Norma Fatima Flores. Gabriel Liam Forbes, summa cum laude. Adam Barnett Fasse. Alejandra Franco. Lauren Alexis Galantai, magna cum laude. Lexis Jasmine Galindo. Vanessa Jennifer Galvin. Lauren Lewis Gandy. Charlene M. Ganton. Adriana Jasmine Garcia. Keanu Charlene Garcia, magna cum laude. Sarah A. Garcia. Tyler Garfield. Kimberly Galsine. Michael R. Gowron. Kai Norris Gentili, cum laude. Zornitsa Mihailova Georgieva. Shannon Sherry Garrow. Julia Ann Giffen. Chantel Gilkey. Claire Ellen Goldner. Brianna Celine Gomez. Susana Gomez Barajas. Giselle Amelia Gonzalez. Katya Melissa Gonzalez. Tanya Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Victoria Alexis Gonzalez. Isabella Gorosino. Catherine M. Graybell, magna cum laude. Ariella Tamar Green. Nicholas Sam Gregov. Ariana Michaela Grelling, magna cum laude. Gauhen Furry Zacharias Grunlow. Nicole Jordan Guzzo, cum laude. Indigo Halverson. Terry-Ann Yuko Hamada, summa cum laude. Kira Leah Collins Hamblin. Mariam M. Hami. Nicholas Tom Hanashiro. Jessica Marie Hansen. Dino Hasanagich. Noreen Rose Hassan. Kayla Marguerite Heiss. Alexander Tomas Hernandez. Angelica Luz Hernandez. Nicholas Hernandez. Justin Tyler Hill. Michelle Cecilia Hillman. Brianna Joy Hinkes. Tree Leviette Huang, cum laude. Maxwell Thomas Hoverston, magna cum laude. John E. Howard. Elsa Viviana Huchim. Kevin M. Huey. Margaret E. Hughes, magna cum laude. Kimberly Hurtado. Christina Nicole Ibarra, summa cum laude. Christopher Alonso Ibarra. Cassandra Joy Irwin. Elise T. James. Minjae Zhang. Sean Tyler Hardenicchio. Imran Mohammed Juvaid, summa cum laude. Tiana Ali Jefferson. Andrew A. Jimenez. Hannah Elizabeth Johnson. Tyler Charles Johnson. Frank H. Jordan. Timothy Com. Brelyn S. Campela, cum laude. Sydney Alexandra Connie. Dominic Keone Konoa Reyes. Christopher Hans Cupano. Ruth Ann Kaplan. Maxwell James Kaufman. Richard Mark Kay. Amanda Jane Keller. Harrison Kemp. Farah Augusta Karazmi. Hayasu Kim, summa cum laude. Gimin David Kim. Alyssa Marie Kimball. Melissa Erica King. Max Crossan Klein. Ryan Hunter Tovar Kondo. David Konstantinov. Mark Uckel Kozilla. Joseph A. Laguna. Nathan Landau. Lexi Diane Lascala. Noel C. LaSalle. Andrew Ethan Lamus. Ruth R. Leon. Leslie Jean Lean. Brianna L. Lemus, summa cum laude. Ashley Ann Linky. Clement Liu. Christina Marie Locke. Katrina Loxon. Alma Francisca Lopez. Jocelyn Lopez. Joshua John Lopez. Casey Ingrid Loudon. Hector Bravo Lujan, cum laude. Ryan Scott Lynch. Holly Suzanne Lyons. Andres Magonia. Luis Alejandro Manso. Benjamin Morris Margulis. Crystal Morrow Quinn. Ryan J. Martin Del Campo. Aaron Matthew Martinez. Andrew Martinez. Jasmine K. Martinez. Nicole Miguel Mauricio. William Edward Maxton. Giovanni Alexis Mayoral. Carmen Rebecca McCarroll. Ariana Lanice McDade. Leanne Marie Ray McKee. Claire Elaine McNally. Tess Marie McFeeters. Christina Marie Mecklenburg, cum laude. Maxwell Joseph Meisenheimer. Lorenzo A. Mena. Olivia Marie Mercado. Miranda Merrill. Jules Dominique Mesa. Marco Mayocic. Massimiliano Mararchi, summa cum laude. Magali A. Mitwer. Ungtet Mo. Monica Newton Molgard, magna cum laude. Isabel Marie Molina. Katia Fernanda Montoya. Zakina Morales. Celeste Denise Moreya. Max Morohashi. Irene Akiko Morrow. John David Moat. Connor James Mulholland. Natalie Nicole Mungia. Ashley N. Munoz. Destiny Murillo. Anika Linda Murray. Justin Masanori Nakakuni. Ryan Wai Hung Maisachi Nakamura. Megan Katrina Natividad. Jordan Brooke Navarro. Juan Navarro, magna cum laude. Kelsey Alexandra Negas, summa cum laude. Carmela Guadalupe Nevares. Emily Marie Newton. Nita Naziri. Joanne Swoon Wynn. Travis Warren Nishii. Daniel Aaron Novak, summa cum laude. Adriana A. Ochoa. Madisa Elena Ochoa. Zachary Michael Odo. David Moon O. Michael Ojeda. Kimberly Olivares. Tanner Reed Olson. Cassandra Overa. Christine Nicole Ortega. Tiffany Ashley Ortiz. Abimael Abel Osirio. Erica Monique Para. William John Parviainen. Hunter Gaston Pelletier. Ricardo Antonio Peña Mata. Alexander Jonathan Perez. Andrea Perez. Colleen Nicole Perez. Lawrence Patrick Perez. Melissa Yvette Perez. Dana Tamia Paratan. Cum laude. Lillian Caroline Petruzzi. Abigail C. Pittman. Mirka Celeste Pojoy. Jonathan James Poole. Taylor Ann Poole. Jennifer Preciado. Cesar Quinones. Wendy Cassandra Quintero. Andrea Marie Quidos. Cum laude. Relind Radonici. Alejandro Javier Ramirez. Andrea C. Rangel. Amr Wael Rashid. Jacob Anthony Reynaud. Jordan Moreshi Reiklin. Reiklin. Kayla Francesca Reisfeld. Julia Reyes. Hannah M. Rice. Amanda Jane Ricken. Jared Ryan Rimby. Jasmine Yolana Ringgold. Mark Bryant Wrinkle. Marie Christine Rio. Jorge Navarro Rivas. Alexandra Bailey Robledo. Angelo Joseph Rodriguez. Daisy Rodriguez. Maria de Jesus Rodriguez. Bien hecho. Priscilla Ava Marie Rodriguez. Samantha Alexis Rodriguez. Jose Eduardo Romero. Susan E. Rosette, magna cum laude. Miriam Shivan Ruth Stiver. Ashley Marie Saguspi. Erica Nicole Saldana. Gabriela Yolanda Salgado. Michael Sanangelo, summa cum laude. Jamie Jeanette Sandlin. Jennifer Sandoval. Fortino Javier Santana. Lisbeth R. Santana. Kevin Dean Shobin. Anna Karen Serrano. Wani Shen. Mari Deborah Shigamasa, magna cum laude. Alex Sangwan Shin. Rebecca Joy Slattery. Romel Smothers. Brittany Nicole Snap. Alexander M. Sohn. Ruben Henry Solarsa. Ray Spencer. David Michael Stanko. James Derek Surrey. Parami Suwantama. Jacob Matthew Sween. Miles David Tabares. Dominic Joseph Tarantelli. Rachel Jaime Tegenkamp. Paul Joshua Tellis. Bobby Ray Terrazas. Billy Tyler Thomas III. Joshua Matthew Thomas. Lisa Hui To, cum laude. Megan Glenn Tomlinson. Jasmine May Tong, cum laude. Nicoletta Maria Torrey. Tyrus Trevino. Rose Kimberly Triest. Megan Elizabeth Troutman. Malpileo Topiaca Tupo. Thank your girlfriend. Melissa Valenzuela. Andres O. Vega. Samantha Alexis Vega. Tucker Thomas Vasicki. Christina Velasco. Diego J. Velasquez. Gregorio Ernesto Verdugo III. Matthew Joseph Vodel, summa cum laude. Milo Vua, magna cum laude. Eric Glenn Walden. Jacqueline Deanne Walker. Megan Loretta Wallace. Gabrielle Elizabeth Weber. Nikki Wester, summa cum laude. Siri Alameda Wilder, cum laude. Jessica Leilani Nicole Willis, cum laude. Joey Vito Wilm. Giovanna Beatrice Wilson. Katrina Lee Wong, summa cum laude. Stacy Rose Yamasaki, summa cum laude. Jennifer L. Yip. Andrew Yu. Dariana Janelle Youngblood. Thanks. Jamie Hansuk Yu. Cesar Ivan Zamora. Fernando Sagarosa. Erica Lorraine Zarin. Andrew Joel Zubiate. Madam President, the graduates of the class of 2017 have been presented.
Okay, it is now the tradition, and is the tradition in higher education for the tassels on the caps of graduates to be worn on the right side until the degree has been granted. Then the tassel is shifted to the left. Will all the graduates stand? And graduates, shift your tassels. All right. You may be seated. Okay. Today marks an important transition in your lives. Our ceremony is called Commencement because you are about to begin a new chapter in your lives, one of increased independence and of new personal and professional pursuits. Of course, it is also a great day to reflect on the past and to conjure memories of days gone by. Your relatives and friends sitting in the stands above you have been recalling memories of when you were born and of the little child you once were. They keep wondering how it could be that you have become the adult you now are, and they're asking themselves, where did time go? Over these last weeks, you may have been reminiscing a bit yourselves, remembering your first days as a poet, when you might not have imagined sitting here in your cap and gown. At that time, could you even have anticipated the classes you'd take, the professors and administrators who would guide you, or the people you would meet whom you know now will be lifelong friends? Just watching you receive your diploma evoked fond reflections among those of us on this platform, too. We are remembering the confidence and knowledge you displayed in your senior projects. We watched as you discovered the wonders of South Africa, China, England, Costa Rica, and Puerto Rico. We observed your pride in becoming a member of your society, and we felt pride ourselves as you won competitions and earned honors. We saw you change as you developed skills in dig lib arts and social media and journalism. We remember you teaching our Broad Oaks youth and mentoring your own peers. We recall times you ably led clubs and organizations, tended the surf garden, and performed on stage, and as you graced our community with your musical and artistic talents. We cheered you on as you took on internships, participated in community service, and won fellowships that honed your skills and focused your future path. And we cheered again as you took on tasks with trepidation and then emerged with the confidence that comes with experience. I personally remember all of you who joined me for a walk and talk at 7:30 in the morning. And I also recall each and every one of you who told me you would do so, but slept in. As we speak about memories, and you prepare to leave this campus, I ask you to remember this. You have completed an education that is unparalleled. Here you have learned much of consequence, broadened the way you think. You have truly earned your degree. And now you are prepared for a lifetime of seeking opportunity and grabbing it as it comes your way. Tennessee Williams wrote, "Life is all memory, except for the one present moment that goes by you so quickly you hardly catch it going. In just a few short moments, even this ceremony will be a memory. So as you leave this place, as your president, I charge you to remember the values you have assimilated at this venerable college. I charge you to use all of the talents and wisdom you collected here. And I charge you to remember that just as we have been privileged to know you, you were privileged to attend Whittier College. Congratulations once again, poets of the class of 2017. Shortly, we will conclude this ceremony with our student vocal ensemble leading us in singing the school song, and the words are in your programs. But I have some directions for our honored guests. To ensure that Whittier's new graduates are able to exit efficiently and with some grace, will all of our family and friends of graduates remain at your seats until all of the graduates have exited the stadium. Then you will be able to exit more easily too. And then please join all of us on the baseball field for the reception. Now, let's engage in our final commencement ritual. Throughout our history, Whittier poets have proclaimed their confidence through songs and chants. 100 years ago, poets used to say, "Oh, we are quiet Quakers, and to yell would be a sin. So we'll whisper to you gently, Whittier's going to win." Thank goodness, because of the creativity and initiative of students about a decade ago, Whittier has a new chant, and Whittier poets no longer whisper their confidence. In fact, we say it boldly in 3 simple words that are emblazoned on our t-shirts and in our hearts. I invite everyone in the audience to shout these 3 words. Do so proudly and boldly. On the count of 3, everyone, let all of Whittier hear it. 1, 2, 3. Fear the poet! Excellent. Go poets. Now will everyone please stand if you can and sing.
Friends forever!